Welcome back, my good people. It's your man P of Pinpoint Pictures. Shout out to my returning subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that bell before you go so you know when I drop a new video. Today, I got another fun one. Shudder, the ultimate streaming service for horror fans, is a treasure trove of hidden gems. Today, we're going to dive into 6 underrated flicks available on that streaming platform, from psychological thrillers to supernatural horror. These movies offer a diverse range of spine-chilling experiences. So, let's explore these dark and twisted worlds of 6 horror flicks to add to your watch list, all on Shudder. Number 1, I got Come True, a 2020 psychological horror thriller directed by Anthony Scott Burns, is a haunting trip of the subconscious mind. The film follows Sarah, a troubled teenage runaway who enrolls in a sleep study, only to find herself trapped in a nightmarish descent into her own psyche. Now, this film's eerie atmosphere and haunting visuals create that dreamlike sense of unease that lingers through the whole movie. And it's a great performance from the lead, Julia Sarah Stone. This is a bit of a slow burn, but the use of the colors and the shadows blended with the film's score heighten the tension and suspense as the viewers we get lost in Sarah's nightmarish world. Come True is a thought-provoking trip of the human psyche, mixing horror elements to make this crazy vibe that you definitely got to check out.
Wake up.
Number 2, The Dark and the Wicked. The Dark and the Wicked is a 2020 masterclass in atmospheric horror directed by Brian Bertino, starring Marin Ireland and Michael Abbott Jr. as siblings Louise and Michael, returning home on a remote farmhouse to care for their dying father, only to encounter a malevolent force that preys on their deepest fears. This film's title matches how dark the movie really is. The tension hits as soon as the film starts, and you know the outlook can't be good. So their mama told them straight from the gate, don't come home. She kept repeating, I told you not to come here. And it's a nice use of shadows and dim light that make that sense of dread in every scene. There are some subtle shots of the entity's physical form, but you gotta catch them when they happen. And then the sound design is made of like eerie silences and little outside sounds that keep this depressive mood. Overall, this atmospheric supernatural horror is another one that I recommend you checking out. The Dark and the Wicked.
I told y'all not to come.
Number 3, Vicious Fun. Vicious Fun is a 2020 dark comedy horror film directed by Cody Callahan, paying homage to the slasher genre. The story follows Joel, a horror film critic who accidentally stumbles into a self-help group full of serial killers. As he tries to survive the night, the film hits you with the perfect blend of humor and gore. The main character, Joel, is ridiculous in here, man. He almost is just, he's goofy. And he gets into this mess because he can't handle his liquor all one night. I think he's trying to catch it, see if his girlfriend's cheating on him. It's got some pretty decent kills in here, so you got that to look for, definitely. And the film's visuals are vibrant, like retro 1980s horror flicks. That looks achieved by a good touch of neon lighting and practical effects. And of course, the score has to be heavy on the synth to complement the action and match the whole vibe that they're trying to catch with that 80s feel. Entertaining must watch for any horror fan that always remember classic comedy horrors. So I definitely say you check out Vicious Fun. At number 4, I got Little Bite. Little Bites is a 2024 horror film directed by Spider One and starring Kersey Fox, a chilling tale of maternal sacrifice and supernatural horror. The film follows Mindy, a widow who allows a nightmarish demon to feed on her in order to protect her daughter. And it seems like, a different type of play on vampires, but it works. Due to the lead performance, which is raw, she shows the strength of that motherly love until she's ready to make that stand. It is kind of a slow burn, and it doesn't have a whole lot of gore, but it's a pretty good story. Dark, moody visuals, and our creature, Agyar, he brings the horror. The use of practical effects make the creature's design really terrifying. And the film's haunting score is also composed by the main character, so that's adding another bit of that creepy, eerie atmosphere. So Little Bites is an unsettling horror movie I definitely recommend that you put on your watch list.
It turns out monsters are real. And there's one downstairs.
Number 5, A Wounded Fawn. Directed by Travis Stevens, A Wounded Fawn is a 2022 visually stunning and psychological revenge horror film inspired by Greek mythology. The film follows Bruce, a charming serial killer, and Meredith, his unsuspecting victim, on their first getaway for the weekend, and it turns into a nightmarish game of cat and mouse. Josh Rubin and Sarah Lynn give great performances as the leads, and their chemistry is what gets us invested in both of the characters. You really can't wait till he get what's coming to him. And trust me, it's rough as hell. The visuals are otherworldly with bold colors to make for a hallucination design that amps up the tension. This movie is literally built on its stunning visual effects and character performances, and it's no letdown. A Wounded Fawn is a thought-provoking exploration of power, control, and the consequences of violence with that blend of horror and mythology, making it a must-watch that I say you definitely need to add to your list.
I'm really looking forward to our time here together.
And at number 6, we got The PuppetMan, a 2023 supernatural horror film directed by Brandon Christensen, starring Alison Gorski, is a supernatural horror film that dives into the legacy of a convicted killer. Michael, the killer's daughter, begins to suspect that her father's claims of being controlled by an evil force might actually be true when her friends start dying in brutal ways. Alison Gorski's intense performance lends to the effect that supernatural elements are definitely at play in this one. She seems to black out in a way when all the strange stuff starts going on. And there are a few crazy kills in here, so the eerie visuals give a sense of dread throughout the film. Peep the film's theme song. It's an old school jam that they slowed down a tad, and it gives it that haunting melody. This one is a dark, provoking, supernatural horror film that I definitely say you should put on your watch list. I recommend this one, The PuppetMan.
He chose you.
That'll do it for my 6 horror flicks to add to your watch list, all on Shudder. Just some of the flicks I dig, and if anything I said in this video sparks your interest to them, or you've seen any of them, let me know what you think in the comments section. Don't leave without liking and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm Pete, and y'all be safe out there. Peace.